Hello folks, Y-Guy here again. Welcome to my home on this very beautiful spring day. Pretty windy out here right now, so if you get a little bit of rumble, I apologize for it. You might see the trees waving back and forth behind me. I don't know if you will or not. But anyway, then, name of this video is called The Y-Guy Break 19 Gospel Message. Now, I decided to kind of do a little, kind of a goofy video, just for fun, you know, just to express an understanding, you know, and sometimes humor comes across a little better than in your face, you know, kind of stuff, and that's all I'm trying to do with this video. So see if you relate with this, you know, if you relate with that title, Break 19 Gospel Message. All right, you know, because I have relatives who are long-haul truck drivers, so this video might make sense to them. So see if it does to you as well. So how many of us have driven behind a store, you know, and have seen those large trailers just kind of sitting there alone in order to be loaded or unloaded? You know, the next time you're with a Christian, you know, just out running errands and stuff, and ask them, if you run across one of those trailers, ask them, how did that trailer get there? And every Christian I know will, they'll know the answer. You know, they'll say a truck brought it there. Obviously, right? Well, being the smartass that I am, you know, I would then ask, you mean to tell me it didn't get there on its own, under its own power? You know, they'd look at me as if I lost my marbles. And they would tell me it takes an engine, probably a diesel engine attached to a very large truck, you know, that got it there. And, you know, and if they're real knowledgeable, they would say that the combination is called a trucking rig, consisting of a tractor and a trailer, and typically, you know, having 18 wheels with the trailer, and thus is called an 18-wheeler. See, so now you know. Now you know. Next time you're out there on the highway and those big old 18-wheelers are going past, now you know why they're called that. Okay? Aren't you glad you watched this video? Then ask that same question. Okay, ask not the same question, but ask the same Christian. Whose faith saves them? Okay? They will claim it's their faith in Christ that saves them, all right? Now, I'm going to revert back to a trucker here just for a moment. I'm not a trucker, but I'm going to revert to it. And I'm going to talk their lingo a little bit here and see if you relate with any of it. Any of it makes sense. Most of you are going to be shaking your head here. All right? Okay. Are you ready for this one? I'm going to talk like a radio Rambo for a moment. And so break 19. Your faith is negatory, good buddy. You're in need of some motion lotion for your brain. Maybe you need a cup of Jumpy Juice to get that motion lotion going. You obviously didn't get much education or got a ride on a cheese wagon, did you? Okay, that's pretty short and sweet. I could have drugged that out a little bit, but I didn't want to torture you too much. You know, look, folks, it's the faith of Christ that saves you. You notice how I said of rather than in? Most Bibles that are translated improperly, if they say faith in Christ, the original Greek says of. And it kind of amazes me that, because King James is the worst for putting Latin words in there instead of Greek words. They're the worst Bible. But yet in this case, the King James is actually right on. It claims the faith of Christ. I'm surprised. So anyway, your faith really is, your personal faith really is irrelevant without his faith. Okay? And because he's the engine, he's the truck, he's the power of the tractor, and your faith is only the trailer, if we can use that analogy, for his spirit to load with truth. All right? You know, and so in closing this very short video, it's only going to be a matter of time, but there will be an occasion when your trailer is going to get parked, and all that faith in your faith, and that faith in your religion, and that faith in your church, and that faith in your pastor or preacher or teacher, and that faith in your understanding of the Bible, and that faith that you had in doctrines of men, it's going to get unloaded. It's only a matter of time, folks. So you're telling me it's your faith in Christ that saves you? That's like telling me a trailer had the power to park itself back behind the store. Using this video, using this analogy. Now it's my turn to look at you as if you've lost your marbles. Well, if you dislike this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs down. Be polite with your comments about it if you're going to leave one. Give me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing. Look me up on YouTube. Look me up on Facebook under the Wagon group, private group. I also have a public timeline under the name of John Anthony Jones. You don't have to be my friend to check some of this stuff out. I'm going to leave a link, if I remember to leave a link, on the comment section of this from my new book from Amazon. It's called In Defense of God's Love. Once again, I cannot see if that's even on the video. Anyway, consider checking it out. You can read a few pages free of charge right there on Amazon. See if it intrigues you, if it entices you to read some more. Thank you for viewing, and thanks for putting up with my goofiness.